Alright, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. The first story that I've got for you guys today, a physique update from Michal Krizo, now just 2 weeks out from his pro card attempt. The amateur show, the Amateur Olympia that he'll be doing in Italy is just 2 weeks away. And these are the updates. He says in the caption of these updates that he's weighing 132 kilos, which is roughly 291 pounds, again, at just at 2 weeks out. And I gotta be honest, I honestly thought he would look sharper than he looks in these updates. I thought he would look a little bit more detailed, a little bit more striated, a little bit more dry, and maybe even a little bit more full. To me, he actually looks kind of flat in these updates, which is interesting because Krizo is kind of famous for his crazy round, full muscle bellies, especially his shoulders and his arms, which are super crazy. The other thing that I noticed in these updates is his midsection. His abs don't really look very deep here, and they've never really looked crazy deep, especially the lower abs, and he's never really had a bubble gut problem per se. But to me, the abs don't look super separated or super deep here. Now, the other thing I want to point out here is this is Krizo's amateur show. He's trying to get his pro card at this show, so he might be pulling an Andrew Jacked here, and we might see a situation where he doesn't really need to peak or really be 100% to win this show. I mean, he was already a pro bodybuilder in the other IFBB. So I've said this kind of all throughout the course of the build-up to this attempt. I don't think it's going to be very difficult for him to turn pro. The challenge for him is once he is an IFBB pro, to qualify for the Olympia by winning an IFBB Pro League show against other IFBB Pro League bodybuilders. That's the real challenge for him. And maybe that's what he's saving his peak for, because that show is a little bit after this one. And in this update that you're watching here, the one that he posted on his YouTube channel, this was 3 weeks out. He looks a little fuller here, but still not as detailed, not as vascular. There's just not, for 2 weeks out, there's not really a whole lot of wow factor going on here. So it might be a situation where he's going to do just enough to win and not 1% past that. But I mean, just look at the guy. What amateur guy is going to beat him anyway? So I think that's probably the mentality that he's got for this Amateur Olympia. Then he's probably going to bring it a lot harder at the Prague Pro, which I believe is the end of October. So he's got a little bit more time for that one, maybe 4 or 5 weeks. Well, after the Olympia, he'll have like 3 weeks. So right now, he's probably 4 to 5 weeks out from that show. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about how Michal Krizo is looking at 2 weeks out. Now, let's talk about the Arnold Classic UK for a second. This show is pretty much a train wreck. So the first story that I've got related to the Arnold Classic UK is, surprise, surprise, Lionel Beyeke is not doing the show. He pulled out at the last minute, and he's done this at like the past several shows that he's been on the competitor list slated to compete in. He's pulled out at the last minute, and I think the excuse every time is the same as this one: visa issues. Lionel is really starting to become the boy who's cried wolf, and every time I see his name on a competitor list, I really don't even expect him to show up at this point. So in the caption, he says, "It is with regret that I announce that I cannot compete at the Arnold Classic UK as planned due to visa. I know that many of you were rejoicing at my return, but unfortunately it will not be for this time. All of these hardships still push me to persevere. I keep faith no matter what, and I will choose another show to compete. Thank you for your support." So Lionel Beyeke, unsurprisingly, is out of the Arnold Classic UK lineup. And maybe now we should stop calling it the Arnold Classic UK, but we're going to talk about that in a second as well. So now, when you subtract Lionel Beyeke, you've got Rob Cannon, Max Charles, Vlad Chiriac, Jamie Christian Jahal, Martin Fitzwater, Mark Hector, James Hollingshead, Patrick Johnson, Claudio Sergio, and Chinedu Andrew Beyeke or Andrew Jacked. Now, let's get into the Arnold Classic drama. So there's been a lot of drama leading up into this show because the promoter of the show, he's had a lot of legal trouble leading up to the Arnold Classic UK, but this is the main impetus here. The reason why Arnold Schwarzenegger is refusing to attend the event, which is a little bit ironic since it is the Arnold Classic UK, and it's also worth pointing out here that Arnold did not attend last year's Arnold Classic UK, which was the first one ever. So Brian Powers, the executive director of the Arnold Classic, put out this statement late last night. Statement from the World Championship Events, Inc. regarding the 2022 Arnold Sports Festival UK. It is with deep regret that we must announce that Governor Schwarzenegger will not appear in person at the 2022 Arnold Sports Festival UK taking place September 23rd through 25th, 2022 at the National Expo Center in Birmingham. While Governor Schwarzenegger very much wished to attend, we were informed that the financial obligations to a variety of people had not been met and requested assurances that the financial commitments to all competitors be satisfied by having monies put in escrow for them. So this is one of the main reasons that I was told was there was a concern that the prize money that was promised to the athletes, specifically not just bodybuilding but also in strongman, that the promised prize money didn't exist. They weren't going to be able to pay those athletes what they told them they were going to. And that really was apparently the tertiary issue here. So they say as a result of the promoter's failure to do so, in fact, we were never able to reach an in-person agreement with the promoter regarding the appearance. Governor Schwarzenegger will not appear in person. We appreciate that this will come as a great disappointment to Arnold's fans and our event partners, and we would like to apologize for any inconvenience that this may have caused. In spite of these challenges, the U.S. team members are looking forward to attending the 2022 Arnold Sports Festival UK and experiencing all of the other terrific events, sports, and features. Fans seeking refunds or unfulfilled Arnold experiences should contact the ticketing provider Eventbrite. Respectfully, Brian Powers, Executive Director, Arnold Sports Festival. Now, there have been several responses to this statement from Brian Powers, including from the IFBB, including from the Arnold Classic UK, or I guess I should say formerly the Arnold Classic UK, including even a response from Mr. Olympia Lee Haney. So let's talk about it. First, we have the response from the IFBB Pro League. They say, notice all IFBB Pro League athletes who place in the 2022 Arnold Sports Festival UK will be paid. President Jim Mannion and co-promoter Ian Constable, One Bro Pro, have guaranteed that all IFBB Pro League prize money will be given to the overall winners and place winners who earned prize money. We look forward to a successful event. So that was the discrepancy that Brian Powers was talking about in his statement, worried about the prize money not necessarily being able to be paid. But again, this covers the bodybuilders. There's another concern about the strongmen getting paid, which is not addressed here in the IFBB Pro League statement. And like I said earlier, this whole thing really is quite the mess. So let's look at the response from the Arnold Classic UK itself, and this is a long one. And they have changed their name from the Arnold Classic UK to the Experience With Sports Festival UK, which honestly, what a stupid name. I mean, that is a dumb name for a bodybuilding competition. Experience With. I'm sorry, but that's just stupid. So their response is, we regret to inform you, following the recent announcement from Brian Powers of the U.S. Arnold Sports Festival, that Arnold Schwarzenegger will not be attending our Arnold Sports Festival UK this weekend. I think their abbreviation choice there is interesting, the ASFUK. Everybody reading that, please pronounce that acronym out loud. This comes with extreme disappointment, and as we have been working hard for the last 2 years to make Arnold proud of an event in his name, last year we faced disappointment of his non-attendance due to medical reasons, but during our advanced planning, we had no reason to believe that he would not be joining us this year. So they addressed the fact that not only is he not showing up this year, but the inaugural Arnold Classic UK last year, he didn't show up to that one either. So it seems like they have a different reason for why Arnold didn't show up this year, and they say negotiations have been ongoing to discuss Arnold's attendance fee. However, we have struggled to receive any engagement from the U.S. team. Unfortunately, demands for funds to be placed into escrow were passed on to us too late in the day to be able to accommodate, so that is their excuse for not escrowing the prize money. They also go on to say that we wish any news regarding ASFUK could come from our team directly. However, the statement posted this morning was the first confirmation we received that Arnold would not be joining us. We know the devastation this will cause to those who have traveled from all over the world to meet Arnold, and we too feel the same. We are, however, still very excited to showcase an unbelievable event this weekend with our heroes, sports partners, and exhibitors, and all those who hold Arnold photo passes and his Meet Your Heroes theater tickets will be contacted in due course. We have absolutely no concerns going into our event that all other heroes will be in attendance and all other elements of the festival will be continuing as planned. We want to thank all of our sports exhibitors for being a part of this amazing 3 days we have planned with you. We also want to thank Arnold for his support he has given us over the last 2 years. Moving forward as a team, we'll be changing the name of this event to the Experience With Sports Festival UK. Great branding, guys. We're looking forward to growing the Experience With Sports Festival UK, and we are eager to bring you on this journey with us. We plan to grow and become the most exciting fitness and health event in the world. I'll tell you guys, not with that name. You got to change the name. You got to do better than that. I'm trying to give you good advice here. Experience With is a dumb name. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree with that. It's a stupid name. We look forward to seeing you all this weekend and having an unforgettable experience together, the Experience With team. Now, in addition to this, we also had a statement from Lee Haney, which I thought added a very interesting dynamic to this conversation. So Lee Haney says, greetings to all my fans attending the Arnold UK. I am not attending the Arnold as advised. Due to contractual issues, the promoter was warned to discontinue use of my name and likeness or face legal litigations. Sorry for any confusion caused on the part of the unprofessional actions of the promoter. Best wishes to all and love to all my UK fans. So what do you guys think? Based on the information that has been presented, do you guys think this is Arnold Schwarzenegger's fault? Do you guys think this is the UK promoter's fault, that these guys are just shady and up to no good, and there's a legitimate reason not to do business with them? It seems to me like that's probably not a statement Lee Haney would make lightly, so I found that to be pretty interesting, some context to this whole thing. And honestly, I'm just curious to see what happens this weekend. I think there's a potential this whole thing could end up being a giant train wreck, so I guess everybody's going to be watching the Arnold Classic UK, or I should say the Experience With Sports Festival this weekend, to see what happens with bodybuilding and the Strongman prize money, another thing to watch. And the final story that I've got for you guys today, I want to talk a little bit more about this Roelly Winklaar thing. So Roelly Winklaar apparently is in Brazil training other IFBB pros and up-and-coming bodybuilders. I don't know if he's officially moved to Brazil full-time, but we've been seeing him train with Lucas Coelho and a bunch of other pro classic physique guys. And those are kind of the photo shoots and the videos and stuff that we saw the updates from Roelly, where he's looking downsized. And that's where this whole conversation of is Roelly retired is kind of coming from. But one guy Roelly recently worked with is a guy that we've talked a lot about, and that is GoodVito, Vitaly Ugolnikov. The young guy, I believe he's in his early 20s, not even his mid-20s yet. But again, I thought it was noteworthy that he is just absolutely out-angling Roelly Winklaar in this picture. Roelly is known, or was known, for this crazy size of his arms. And this young kid, Vitaly, who is still an amateur, looks way bigger than Roelly. So I think, A, that's kind of a feather in Vitaly's cap and kind of makes it more exciting. Looking forward to seeing him make his attempt at a pro card. But again, I think it stirs up this kind of conversation around Roelly is what's his game plan? And I think the move to Brazil is an interesting one as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet already. As always, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength. All right, guys, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. Also, check out my Instagram at Nick Strength Power. My Facebook page, which is simply Nick Strength and Power. My secondary YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Vlogs, for vlogs and bonus content that you will not see on this channel. And consider subscribing to my third YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Pokemon, which is all things Pokemon and trading card games, completely unrelated to this channel. So if you're into that, give that one a look. And all links to merchandise and social media will be in the description box below. If you guys want a Nick Strength and Power t-shirt, that will be in the Shopify link below. Have a great day.
Dancing in the good light, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Dancing in the good light, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing